Skinny Hardaway 7T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all stay a like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether for a good time or a long time, appreciate sliding through. We with the fight breakdown prediction between Liam Smith and Eubank Jr. This is a rematch between Liam Smith and Chris Eubank Jr. In the first fight, Liam Smith was victorious. He ended up stopping Chris Eubank Jr. He stopped Chris Eubank Jr. in the fourth round, if I'm not mistaken, in their last fight. So this is the rematch. Chris Eubank Jr. will be looking for his revenge. I ain't gonna hold y'all a little too long. We gonna get right into it. Liam Smith, 33 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. He got 20 KOs, and he's been knocked out once himself. He stands at 5'9.5", and he's 35 years old. He's facing off again with Chris Eubank Jr., 32, 3 losses also, 23 KOs, and has been stopped once himself by Liam Smith. The once and only time he's ever been stopped was his last fight versus Liam Smith. Chris Eubank Jr. is 5'11" with a 72-inch arm reach. So as far as we need to go back for this fight is the last fight between these two, Chris Eubank and Liam Smith. Liam Smith was victorious, but I saw that fight a little different from how everybody else saw that fight. You know what I mean? In that fight, I saw Chris Eubank Jr. actually winning the fight with Liam Smith in those first 4 rounds. I think Chris Eubank Jr. got just a little bit too comfortable. He got a little bit too comfortable with what was going on. He relaxed a little bit, and Liam Smith ended up putting him out. I think a lot of that had to do with, Chris Eubank Jr. attitude. I think a lot of that had to do with Chris Eubank Jr. arrogance. In this fight, I feel like the last fight, he's been humble. He's going to come into this fight with 0 arrogance. He's going to come into this fight with 0 arrogance. At least that's what I'm thinking, right? He's going to be about his business, and he's not going to lose focus like he lost focus in this fight the last time versus Liam Smith. Now, you don't got to necessarily take my word for it. You can go back and you can check it out for yourself. I think Chris Eubank Jr. was having his moments against Liam Smith before Liam Smith, caught him and stopped him. I think Chris Eubank Jr. I do think Chris Eubank Jr. is a level better than Liam Smith, but I think Liam Smith caught Chris Eubank Jr. at the right time. In this fight, I don't see a stoppage this time either way, right? I didn't expect Liam Smith to stop him last time. Again, I think that stoppage more so happened because of the lack of focus of Chris Eubank Jr. I don't see a stoppage in this fight. I do see Chris Eubank Jr. coming back and avenging his loss to Liam Smith. I got Chris Eubank Jr. and I think Chris Eubank Jr. is going to win this fight, rather easy, especially easy in a sense compared to how he lost it last time, right? I think he's going to outbox Liam Smith. I think he's going to outbox Liam Smith. I think he has a better job. The only chance that Liam Smith has, I believe, in this fight is to catch Chris Eubank sleeping like he did last time and get him up out of there. And again, if you go back and look at it, Chris Eubank actually was in control of that fight before Liam Williams sparked him out. So I know Chris Eubank Jr. has that on the back of his mind. He has that, still sizzling in his spirit. He's going to want to come out here and he's going to make up for what happened in the last fight. I think Chris Eubank Jr. win this fight the last time. I'm picking him to win this fight again. Now I know some of y'all saying, man, Liam Smith go knock him out again. You could believe that, right? You could believe that, but I think Chris Eubank Jr. learned from that, and I think because he was winning that fight last time pretty easily, that he's going to come in, more focused. He's not going to have, I don't even think it was a brain lapse. I think Chris Eubank is a really, really cocky individual, and I think him being cocky came back to bite him in the butt last fight. I don't think he bringing all that cockiness into this fight. I think he's going to be way more focused, and I think he's going to be able to do this fight exactly what I thought he was going to do that last fight. And that's, Liam Smith. So I got Chris Eubank Jr. unanimous decision win over Liam Smith this weekend, and I think he makes it look kind of easy. Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out.